Hey guys, it's Ethan. Welcome back to the video here. Just making another quick intro because, well, one, I've always just have to shout out the video that's coming out August 20th. That's in a week from now. It's going to be a pretty huge video that I'm looking forward to. First video back from the WSOP trip from New Jersey, and I have a massive announcement, quite the giveaway to give back to the people who've been supporting this channel a lot and to help those in need. So here, just really wanted to help out the community and just be on the lookout for that. Also, we've got these shirts, limited edition, only up for a few more days here. So if you like what you see, go check it out because this is the only time you're able to get it. I'd really appreciate it if you were to support the channel. So please just check it out. If you like what you see, definitely go for it. Also, we have some really cool hats, you know, really love these Rampage poker hats. So feel free if you don't have one or you want to get one. They're also in the merch store as well. So that's it. That's all we got. Let's get into the video. What's going on, everyone? It's Ethan. Hope you're having a great day. We're back inside Boston Billiard, and we're doing something a little bit different today. We're doing a PLO session. PLO session. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, for a few days for sure, and they just opened up a new 1-3 game. We're gonna hop in there and absolutely just degen it up. I don't know. Do I know what I'm gonna be doing in PLO? Absolutely not. But 4 cards. This is gonna be different. It's gonna be an experience. I'm probably gonna lose money, but if there's any way that we can make money, that's going to be a win. So wish us luck, and yeah, I don't know. I'm going to buy in for 300, the 1-3, see what happens. Hopefully we can run it up. Just 3 red, please. Alright, let's hop into this PLO session without a clue in the world what we're doing. As you can see, we are actually struggling, trying to figure out how to even fan our 4 cards for the camera. I'll be honest, this was like attempt number 10, and it was struggle city. But anyways, here, we have pocket queens, king 9, queen, queen, king 9. Is that how you say it? Well, if we're playing 4-handed and we're on the button, so I open up the action to $15. We get 1 caller in the big blind, and we're going to a flop. Flop comes queen, jack, 8, 2 diamonds out there, and he checks to us. Here, probably can bet with the second nuts, but I wanted to take the lower variance route and check, which seems like the mistake here looking back on it. But with the second nuts, I wanted to check and evaluate a turn. Turn comes a 6. The player throws out a bet of $15 and obviously can't be raising with the second nuts in PLO. So I make the call for 15 and hoping to improve on the river. The river does improve us. It is another 6. So from the second nuts, we still are in the second nuts, but much more confident now. This is a perfect time where we boat it up. So he now bets again for $30. Obviously going to be raising, and honestly, I don't really find a whole lot of hands that he can call a raise with. So I try to go on the smaller sizing to only $80. Please give us another $50 if you had a straight or something like that. Unfortunately, he folds quickly, but we take down our first PLO pot of the night. This second hand here, still struggling on how to fan out these cards. We look down at ace deuce, 10-9, double suited with clubs and diamonds. Once again, still 4-handed, and we're in the small blind. There are 3 limpers to the big blind player, so all of us limp to the big blind, who raises to $20. What are you going to do with this $20 raise? Well, no one's going to fold their 4 cards, so we're going to a flop 4 ways and a much more bloated pot. Flop comes jack, 8, deuce, 2 hearts, and a diamond. And I don't really know much about PLO, but open-ended with a backdoor flush draw isn't the worst flop in the world with a pair as well. So I check. The big blind bets $50. There's 1 caller to me, and he's never going with a pair, open-ended straight draw, and a backdoor flush draw. We make the call, and we're off to a turn. Turn comes the ace of diamonds. That is one hell of a juicy, juicy card. So here, I'm actually going to take the initiative and bet pot. 2 pair, diamonds, straight draw. We've got the world. Let's get it all in. My pot size bet is $230. The big blind calls. He's a shorter stack for only about $150. And we are off to a river.
I just can't have it, buddy. I got other players there. What do we got?
Oh, that's not great. I have aces and 10s.
Kings 10 same line.
Alright, chop. This next hand here, we are playing four-handed still. I'm on the button, and there's an under the gun straddle. So here, with ace, queen, jack 9, not a single suit out there, unfortunately. I'm going to open up the action to $20 with, I guess, decent connected cards. I open a 20, we get 2 calls, and we're going to a flop 3 ways. Flop comes queen, queen, 5, rainbow. Action checks to me, and sitting with trips now, I certainly have to bet this pot. So no need to pot it right now, so I decided to just bet $40, try to get some value from, I guess, a worse queen. Only the under the gun player makes the call, and we're off to a turn. Turn comes a 6, and he checks to us. I have an interesting decision to make. I can certainly check it back with a queen since we don't boat up yet, but I can't really be afraid of him having queen 5 and queen 6, and even if he does have that, I still have plenty of outs. I bet on the smaller side to $65, just trying to get, I guess, trips to call. He does make the call for 65, and we're going to a river. The river comes the ace of clubs. Bingo, we're sitting with the nuts. Here, he checks to me, and I have a pretty easy decision to make, which is all in. He tanks for quite some time and ends up sticking in a chip for a call. We show, and we're good. This is probably the biggest PLO pot I've won, so shout out to Juan for making it happen.
But do only 2 cards, right? Right there.
Makes for a better video. This next hand here, we pick up ace jack 3-3, double suited spades and hearts. So here I decided to just open limp. Not really the best hand here, but certainly playable, I think. The player to my left raises to $15. The middle position player makes the call, and sure, why not? I decided to make the call with a nut heart flush draw, and we're going to a flop. Flop comes king 6-3 rainbow, and here with bottom sets, I was told that I have to navigate these a little bit more cautiously than in no limit hold'em. So with that tip in mind, I decided to check. The pre-flop raiser bets $15. Middle position player folds, and here no need to check raise with bottom set just yet, I don't think. There's a whole lot of bad cards, and honestly, I think I need to just be a little bit more conservative here, so I decided to just flat. Flat the 15, and we're going to a turn. Turn comes the 9 of hearts, giving us the nut flush draw now. And here I check. He once again bets out a very small amount of $35. At this point, I think I want stacks in now, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but with bottom set and the heart draw, I decided to bet pots. The pot size bet was a little bit larger than I expected, $185, which I should probably know what sizing I want to put out there since it did say pot, but, you know, larger than we wanted. So he thinks about it and ends up jamming his whole stack in for $210. I'm obviously going to be snap calling this all the time. And we're off to a river. The river is another 9. He shows 3 kings in his hand. Holy shit, does he really have quads? He had top set that turned into top boats, and yeah, unfortunately, we are not going to improve with our heart draw. He had us totally dominated set over sets, and this is why I probably should have just continued to be more conservative on the turn. Next spot here, after that hand, we're trying to run things up once again. So here, I look down at ace-ace, king-9 with a spade. We're playing 5-handed, and I'm in the small blind in this spot. There are 2 limpers to me, and I decided to raise it up to pot, basically, which is only $15 since we're playing 1-3. And we get 3 callers, so we generate absolutely 0 folds, and we're going to a flop. Flop comes jack 5-3, 2 hearts and a diamond here. I decided to c-bet $25 into the field. Probably not great, but I do have the nut flush blocker, so that's something to have in my hand. But with aces here, with 1 pair, I'm going to bet here, and only the big blind makes the call. We're going to a turn, which comes the 9 of diamonds, brings in a backdoor flush draw, and that's really not going to do a whole lot for us. So I decided to slow down and just check. He ends up checking it back, and we're going to a river. The river is another 3 now, and I think this is a beautiful card for us. Obviously, sets seem a little more unlikely, and we obviously beat all 2 pairs. I decided to put him all in with only about $100, so we jam about $100 effective. He thinks about it and doesn't snap calls, which is fine, but he does end up making the call. Confident that I have the winner here, I show my aces, and nope. He only shows pocket jacks in his hand for top boat. So never snap called us, but we're going to lose that one. This next hand here is pretty interesting. There is an under the gun straddle, then under the gun +1, blind bets, and blind raises to $15. So we're in the big blind and look down at ace jack queen 10, 4 Broadway cards. I don't know much about PLO, but that seems pretty good. There are 3 calls of the $15 blind raise to me, and yeah, we're going to have to pot this one to potentially isolate. So I say pot. It ends up being $100, so $100 we put in the middle. Only the blind raiser makes the call, and he makes the call with only about $115 behind. So that's going to be cool. We got to isolate at least, and we're off to a flop. The flop comes queen 9-8, 2 spades. Oh my god, we probably should have gone multi-way this pot. But yeah, we flopped the mega nuts. Not only do we have the nut straight, but we also have the nut redraw to the flush. So not sure what to really do in this spot, but I decided to just go and lead out to rip it all in, covering him. Unfortunately, he makes the fold pretty quickly, so I mean, one hell of a flop if we're gonna raise this here. Shortly after that hand, we look down at ace 10-10-5 on the small blind with an under the gun straddle, because I guess we're playing under the gun straddles in this 1-3 PLO game. Here with my hands, we do have the nut heart draw, I guess. There are a few limps to me. I decided to just go ahead and limp it in as well. So in total, 4 limps to the under the gun straddler, who now raises to $20. He's a pretty solid player in my opinion. He's obviously very familiar with PLO, but also great for action as well since he was the one blind raising. There are 3 people who make the call. I'm one of them, and we're going to a flop to see what happens. Flop comes king, jack, jack, 2 diamonds and a heart out there, so we do have a backdoor flush draw along with a gutter to Broadway. Action actually checks all the way around, all 4 of us, so we're going to see a free turn. Turn comes the queen of diamonds, which isn't necessarily the best card in the world. Action once again checks to the undergun player, who throws out a small bet of $25. So here with a straight, I don't really feel comfortable with it, but we actually do have a royal draw holding the 10 of diamonds. Just kidding, I'm actually not that dumb. But we do have the Broadway straight here, and I guess we're going to see a river. The river comes the 4 of hearts, complete brick, and once again, he bets $55. There are absolutely no bluffs here. I'm literally beat so often by anything, a boat or a flush or whatever, and I'm basically trying to call it $55 to chop, and I don't really think a Broadway straight here is going to be betting and be that ambitious about it. So really can't do anything with this bets. I decide to make the laydown and fold. He shows us jack 4 because he's a great guy. He did get there with a boat, so I make a decent fold there, but I feel like it's pretty standard with PLO.
See you, have a good one.
See ya, thanks. How we doing, man?
How you doing, sir? I'll be right with you.
Yep.
This guy's got 511 when we're done with this for seconds. I'm gonna tell you what this guy said. Thank you very much, bud.
Have a good one. So PLO experiments was a success, I guess. Quick in and out. We only played for 3 hours, and in the first 30 minutes, we ran it up pretty well, up about like $550, which is kind of absurd for the first 30 minutes. And then we ran into those 2 situations where we probably could have gotten away. We probably could have lost less with that pocket 3s hand and the redraw to the nut flush, but whatever. Mistakes were made, I guess. But so we ran it down, and we were about even for a little bit, then we won a few pots, so we cashed out for $510. Profit of $210 in 3 hours played. I'll take that. PLO, I really wanted to gamble today, and I got to win some money along the way as well. So kind of a win-win. Got the gamble out of the way, and then we make some money. Wow, I can't even talk. Anyways, that's it. That was really fun. If you like some PLO action, definitely let me know in the comments below. I kind of really liked it. So I'll probably play a little bit more and just try to incorporate it and mix things up a little bit, you know. You can only play Hold'em for so long before you dabble into other games and gamble it up. So let me know in the comments below. Always giving away a free chip every single video. So leave a like, drop a comment. Really appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We post every Monday and Thursday. I'm thinking about maybe trying to post 3 days a week. That's a lot of videos, but twice a week for sure, every single week. And that's it. Thanks for the support. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.